There's a moment every man eventually understands, a moment that cuts through illusion and forces truth into the open. She never truly replaces you. She only tries to outrun the memory of who you were. A woman can distract herself with someone new. She can fill her nights, fill her feed, fill her silence. But she cannot erase the imprint of a man who showed up with presence, patience, and depth. And here's the profound truth most men don't realize. When she moves on quickly, it's not because she healed fast. It's because she felt the loss even faster. The rebound isn't about forgetting you. It's about trying to silence the echo of your energy with noise. She doesn't search for someone better. She searches for someone different, because finding someone better is a far harder task than she wants to admit. The new guy becomes a mirror, reflecting everything she overlooked in you, everything she didn't appreciate enough, everything she thought would always be there. And each time he falls short, and he will, she feels the quiet sting of comparison. Not because you were perfect, but because you were real in a way he can't replicate. A man grounded in stoic calm is unforgettable. A man who loves without losing himself leaves a mark no rebound can compete with. So, before we continue, before we unpack why every path she takes after you circles back to the standard you set, anchor yourself in your power right now. Drop a comment saying, "I cannot be replaced." And while you're here, like the video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to become a stoic soldier, because the man who knows his value becomes the man every woman remembers. When she moves on fast, everyone assumes she's strong, confident, unbothered. But the truth underneath that performance is far more fragile. Quick rebounds aren't a sign of emotional power. They're a sign of emotional avoidance. She rushes into someone new, not because she's healed, but because she can't sit still with the reality of what she lost. Silence is too revealing. Stillness is too honest. Reflection is too painful. So she fills the empty space with the first distraction that offers her comfort, even if it's shallow, temporary, or far beneath the standard she secretly knows you set. She's not choosing a new man. She's choosing not to feel. She's choosing noise over clarity. She's choosing attention over accountability. She's choosing motion, because stopping would force her to acknowledge the weight of losing a man who was steady, present, and intentional with her. And here's what she'll never admit. The faster she moves on, the more she feels the loss. Women don't replace men they've truly outgrown. They replace men who left a void they don't know how to confront. Her quick rebound is a shield, a mask, a distraction from the quiet truth she can't bear to face. A good man's absence echoes louder than his presence ever did. And no matter how fast she runs, that echo always catches her. When she steps into something new, she may convince herself she's turning the page, but deep inside, she knows she isn't replacing you. She's only avoiding the truth of losing you. The idea of moving on becomes a performance, something to show the world and tell herself, so she doesn't have to confront the regret forming quietly in the back of her mind. She tries to believe the new man is what she wants, because admitting the opposite would mean acknowledging that she misjudged the value you brought into her life. So she creates a narrative where you were too much, too intense, too serious, anything she can use to make her decision feel justified. But the illusion cracks quickly, because the new man isn't actually being compared to her ideal. He's being compared to you. Your emotional steadiness becomes the bar. Your consistency becomes the reference point. Your presence becomes the hidden standard she didn't realize she relied on until it was gone. And the more she tries to convince herself she upgraded, the more the truth gnaws at her. She isn't replacing a man. She's replacing her discomfort with distraction. The illusion of moving on is comforting until the day she realizes the new connection lacks the depth, the patience, the stability, and the calm strength that made you unforgettable. She may not announce it, she may not admit it, but the comparisons start the very moment she sits across from someone new. It's automatic, it's subconscious, it's inevitable. The new guy laughs differently, listens differently, reacts differently, and every difference becomes a quiet reminder of what she once had. She notices the little things first. How he doesn't understand her jokes the way you did, how he doesn't pick up on her moods as naturally, how he doesn't offer advice with the same calm certainty you carried. She pays attention to how he handles conflict, how he manages stress, how he communicates. And with each moment, a silent measurement takes place. He's being compared to your emotional depth, your presence, your steadiness, the qualities she thought were ordinary until she tried to find them in someone else. She notices when he lacks the discipline you had. She notices when he struggles to lead a conversation or ground her emotions. She notices when his attention feels shallow instead of intentional. Every weakness in him casts a spotlight on a strength in you. She's not falling for him, she's gauging how far he falls short of you. And the truth settles in slowly but firmly. She didn't just lose a man, she lost the standard. As time passes, the differences between you and the new man stop being subtle. They become impossible for her to ignore. Suddenly she realizes how effortlessly you listened when she spoke, how naturally you understood her without needing a full explanation. She notices that the new man gets irritated over small things you handled with calmness. She notices he doesn't protect her energy the way you did, doesn't steady her storms, doesn't offer the same emotional safety she once took for granted. All the traits she brushed off as just who you are now stand out as rare, because they are. She remembers how you showed up even when you were tired, how you paid attention to details without being asked, how you guided rather than controlled, supported rather than suffocated. These memories start surfacing not because she's trying to think of you, but because the contrast exposes everything she overlooked. The new man's inconsistencies highlight your consistency. His lack of direction amplifies your purpose. His emotional immaturity makes your calm presence feel legendary, and the most painful part. She begins to realize the versions of you she complained about were often the versions that loved her the deepest. The more she sees what the new man cannot do, the more she remembers everything you effortlessly did. There's a moment, quiet, unexpected, when she realizes you're still with her, not physically, but emotionally. It hits her in the places she thought were already healed. She'll hear a song you once shared, and instead of warmth, she'll feel a sting. She'll drive past a spot you used to go together, and instead of nostalgia, she'll feel an emptiness the new man can't reach. This is the emotional echo of you, something no rebound, no distraction, no weekend excitement can erase. Because you didn't just exist in her life, you shaped a standard, a rhythm, a sense of being understood. And echoes don't fade quickly when they come from someone who impacted her at a soul level. She'll catch herself comparing the new man's touch to yours, his tone to yours, his presence to yours. And every comparison reminds her of what she once complained about, but now craves. The way you listened without judgment, the way you stayed calm when she broke down, the way you brought peace, not pressure. Even the arguments with you had depth, meaning, and resolution, while conflict with the new man feels flat, messy, unresolved. She begins to realize the emotional space you occupied isn't easily filled. It wasn't a gap, it was a structure. And without your energy, her emotional world feels unbalanced, unstable, unfamiliar. What she tried to replace becomes the very thing she cannot recreate, because you weren't just a chapter, you were the lesson. There always comes a moment, sudden, sharp, undeniable, when the illusion finally breaks. Maybe it's during a quiet night when the distraction fades. Maybe it's during an argument where the new man folds under pressure you would have handled with calmness. Or maybe it's simply a moment when she looks at him and understands, without anyone saying a word, that she downgraded. It doesn't arrive dramatically, it arrives truthfully. She sees that the traits she once complained about in you were actually the very traits that made her feel safe. She sees that your presence held a weight the new man just can't replicate. She sees the emotional steadiness you carried wasn't ordinary, it was rare, it was valuable. It was masculine in a way that demanded self-respect and gave her comfort at the same time. And the hardest part for her to swallow is this: she didn't lose you because you lacked something. She lost you because she failed to recognize the depth of what you brought. When the illusion cracks, she stops comparing out of curiosity and starts comparing out of regret. Because now it's painfully obvious. She didn't replace you. She replaced the version of herself who didn't know how to appreciate a man like you. And that version is gone forever. She'll never admit this part to anyone, not her friends, not the new man, not even herself when she's trying to fall asleep at night. But the regret becomes a steady ache she carries quietly. It starts as a passing thought, a small what if, but it grows into something heavier each time she notices the new man can't reach her the way you once did. She replays certain moments in her mind, not because she wants to relive them, but because she wants to understand where she went wrong. Was it pride? Was it impatience? Was it thinking you'd always be there? She wonders why she pushed away the man who showed up with consistency while holding on to someone new who can barely offer presence. She feels a sting every time she scrolls through old photos, a twist in her chest when she sees your name but can't reach out the way she used to, a wave of longing when she remembers how easy everything felt with you, even the difficult moments. And that regret is silent, almost sacred, because it's tied to the understanding that she didn't lose you to another woman. She lost you to her own inability to appreciate the rare kind of man you were, the kind who listens, the kind who leads calmly, the kind who doesn't beg, doesn't break, and doesn't chase what disrespects his value. Her regret becomes the shadow that follows her into every new connection, reminding her that replacing you was never truly possible. Because deep down, she knows men like you don't come around twice. There comes a moment when she looks at you, not up close, not in conversation, but from a distance, and realizes something she wasn't prepared to face. You didn't just move on, you leveled up. Your energy feels different. Your presence is sharper, calmer, more disciplined. You're not hurting, you're not bitter, you're not chasing closure, you're evolving. And that evolution is what hits her hardest. She sees the strength in your silence, the confidence in your boundaries, the peace in the way you carry yourself. She notices how your life seems fuller without her, how your eyes look clearer, how your posture reflects a man grounded in purpose rather than emotion. Meanwhile, the man she tried to replace you with isn't inspiring her, isn't elevating her, and isn't challenging her the way you unintentionally did. She begins to understand that the version of you she lost was already valuable, but the version she's watching now? He's untouchable. She sees the growth she didn't nurture, the strength she didn't respect, and the potential she never supported. And that realization doesn't just hurt, it humbles. Because now she's witnessing the truth. Losing you wasn't the end of your story. It was the beginning of hers. The chapter where she watches a man she once had access to become a man she can no longer reach. And now you stand in the place she never imagined you'd reach. The place where you no longer compete with anyone, not even the man she tried to replace you with. That's the paradox she never saw coming. The moment you stopped trying to be chosen was the moment you became unforgettable. You're not chasing her. You're not hurting over her. You're not trying to prove anything. because a man grounded in Stoic clarity doesn't fight for a position in someone else's life. He builds his own. Your peace replaced your longing. Your discipline replaced your doubts. Your purpose replaced your emotional dependency. You became a man who walks forward, not backward, who grows, not begs, who embodies strength instead of seeking approval. And now, from a distance, she sees the truth she wasn't ready for. She didn't replace you. She only found someone to measure against you. But you're done being measured. You're done being compared. You've stepped into a level of self-respect where your value is non-negotiable and your presence is earned, not given away freely. That's the essence of Stoic power. Not coldness, but clarity. Not detachment, but self-mastery. And as we close this chapter together, Stoic soldier, anchor your mindset right now by dropping a comment that says, "I cannot be replaced." Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications to join the brotherhood of men mastering their emotions, discipline, and purpose. Thank you for watching, and thank you for choosing the path of strength.